Many people only know Cornwall as a maritime county, a land of rugged coastlines, pretty beaches and historical tin mines. But of course, there is much more, and it mostly lies well away from the sea. With mostly light soils, the land has a rich agricultural feel to it and has been worked by man for thousands of years, and still is today, with the sounds of modern machinery being a constant reminder of our technological age. It was only a few generations ago that the fields would have been witness to a very different sound. Working horses. Horses were once a very familiar and essential part of our landscape, but the latter half of the 20th century and the passing of 2 world wars saw the great working horse fall to the wayside in the wake of modern machinery and man's desire to live a faster pace of life. And yet, all is not lost, for in the valleys and the hills of the Cornish countryside, there are a few who still realise the pleasures of the heavy horse. There are 4 main types of heavy horse found in Cornwall: the Percheron, the Clydesdale, the Suffolk Punch and the Shire, the biggest of them all.
Grandfather used to tell me all the stories about when he used to plough with them and the horses in the First World War in the trench.
I done the first carnival in 1945 with a horse in Ulster. It was a victory carnival, you know, the war after the war, you know. I was 11 at that time, so yeah. I love it, you know, I've always loved it, and I'm going to do it, you know. Because my father used to say to me years ago, his father got out of the horses, went lorries, you know, and then
learn to listen to me, hopefully trust me, and that's what I'm.
You get people coming up to you who remember working horses, have worked them, or they remember them as children on the farm when they used to be sat up on the horses as they were going around the farm ploughing and everything. So you always, there's always a lot of nostalgia, I think, when people see heavy horses. But I don't think that's not the future of heavy horses, to be totally, solely nostalgic about them. Yes, lovely to see them and to keep the traditions up, but also I think it's very important that we look at their use in the world today and how we can adapt or use horses for modern purposes, perhaps using modern machinery, modern techniques. This is where I think the future is with the horse, that we can use the horse, but not be tied down by purely traditional methods of using it.
David Udy's young additions, Lincoln and Abraham, will help guarantee the future of heavy horses working and showing in Cornwall. Thanks to the passions, knowledge and dedication of people like David, Morley, Sharon and Keith, and their magnificent animals, we can feel optimistic about the survival of heavy horses, their use in years to come, and the undoubted pleasure they give all who have contact with them.